Now, what makes America so interesting today is that the subject is post-industrial, not pre-industrial. They've already gone through proletarianization. The Midwestern Marx guys are up the same alley in terms of tackling this issue, because Noah's idea of reproletarianization, for example, is dealing with this fact that you're dealing with a kind of middle class that has already gone through it before. And kind of, in his view, they came out of it to some extent. And now they're being forced back in. My view is, it's recognizing the same phenomena, but it's not using the same words. But basically, we agree it's a post-industrial subject who, for whom proletarianness is not necessarily something new. They don't have to care about philosophy. Philosophy is just a way for intellectuals to escape the labyrinth of idealism, which they're stuck in, and which prevents them from real political practice. Kyle doesn't need to know a lick of philosophy, but he knows a lot of things that took me years of studying philosophy to grasp, for example. The thing is that people that are philosophers or intelligentsia are oftentimes the ones who are fully committed to some kind of principle. You can call it an idea, you can call it a principle, you can call it a cause, right? But because they're not primarily only focused with making a living, they're focused with a higher principle, so to speak. So oftentimes they need philosophy to get past many confusions that working class people already know intuitively. But simultaneously, I also think it's important for leadership to grasp philosophy, because you do need to comprehend dialectics. You need to not approach things in a one-sided way. You need to have a long-term view. You need to have an impersonal view. You need to understand that things are always in motion, yada, yada, yada. Take things in terms of their interconnectedness. But in any case, workers don't need to be interested in ideologies or philosophies, but they do need to be interested in making sense of the rapid changes that are at hand, that the whole country is facing. And change is always the locomotion of political revolutionary consciousness. So how do you make sense of it? Do you give up and just say, okay, we lost the war, let's just all become declassed? Or do you say, no, let's fight for our rights as workers, let's fight for our dignity and livelihood? And if they can fight for that, they're the leaders of the whole country, because they're fighting for everyone. By fighting for their own interests, the American workers fight for the interests of all. And that's why they are the important subject of revolutionary change.